I don't know. There's always something rotten in the state of Denmark with Alex. What's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I talk about stuff that interests me, and today we are headed over to the Alexandra Rodriguez subreddit to see what the most punchable face on the internet has been up to this week. So let's get to it. But first, if you are an animal lover, please consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. This is Daphne, who I also call Peanut because she is a cute little peanut. And she is one of two puppies that I am fostering right now for the Austin Animal Center. But you don't have to take puppies. You can specialize in any age of dogs. And it is not as expensive as people think it is. Just about every shelter in the country will give you some free stuff to help you do the best job fostering. And it's not as time consuming or as hard as people think it is. So please give it a shot. Consider fostering or volunteering. So the big news this week was that Alex has put her 10-month-old son into daycare because she is a busy working mom. This YouTuber who vlogs for a living and makes a damn good living at it, apparently, if she can afford daycare in Rhode Island. But this particular occurrence, this has brought out a triumphant return of our illustrious sketch artist, Say So. And they said, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for him. Yeah, I think we're all happy for Anderson that he's going to be somewhere that is licensed to take care of him and teach him how to be like a baby. She goes on, seeing other people than Mrs. Dukers and Nasty Nancy is good for his development. Doing activities, singing, playing with other kids, all that is good for him. Mrs. Dukers, however, keeps giving us nothing. Half-assed clothing haul, eating, watching TV, driving to return packages, lying on the internet, editing her Insta pictures. Is this really a job to put her child in daycare for? Alex has been manic now that she can eat and watch TV and TikTok to her heart's content. And then here we have this gorgeous sketch. Let's see if I can get this better. There she is eating, that was at Disney, eating was that a corn dog of some kind? Look at this with the hair clip, and she really captures in the leopard print bathing suit. Let's see. The small head and the earrings. The detail that she gets is really hilarious. I like this one too. Really got the profile and the clown blush that Alex wears. She's really into this matronly bun lately. It's and this part of her hair is thinning. I mean, Say So captured it. Just look at it. And then what was this one? Late July processed crap in a bag. Oh my God. Is this her driving? I'm not sure. But here's her. I mean, look at that. That's brilliant. Getting her feet that close to what they actually look like. And of course, the scale says skinny. So Alex apparently decided to put her son in daycare because she needs more time to work vlogging her life. And I know she does her own editing, so that does take a lot of time. but Reddit had things to say about this concept, and Gloomy Art posted a 16-minute video is a full-time job, and the reason she needed help with her baby. Okay, girl. Let's see. There's the side view that was in the sketch. So funny. And Gloomy Art said, this is minimal effort, and I wish she would be honest and say she needed more time to binge eat in private and watch Love Island, which is likely true. Some of the comments here. Gemini Girl said, I'm sorry, but I also create content in a different space, albeit not as big of a following as Al, but this is a load of crap. I post content almost daily, as well as work at a full-time job 40 hours. The content is the easiest, most fun part of my day. It's not as hard as these people want to make it look. Don't get me wrong, it's still involved, but it's nowhere near as hard as having a boss. Things you have no control over that you have to do. Just a lazy mess trying to be a victim, in my opinion. Yeah, Alex has her mother, her husband is now working, and she cannot handle having her baby with her all day. And not that Alex needs to live up to anyone's expectations, but this is not what I expected. When I started watching her was around the life insurance thing, and then she had a miscarriage, and the way she talked about motherhood, I expected her to turn into just, the earth mother, the natural mama. And she is not. And now this baby that she craved and prayed for her whole life is in daycare. I don't get it. It's good for Anderson because she is kind of a terrible mother. Okay, a couple more comments. Far Structure said her content is so lazy too. A try-on haul where she didn't even go in stores. She had everything mailed to her house. She kept talking about ordering the wrong size. Maybe if you went into the store, you could try on both sizes. Like if you're going to put your kid in daycare to film, then don't do the bare minimum. So embarrassing. Totally. And Beach Hussy 78 said, she ain't going out into the wild. She's too afraid someone will see her and take pictures. So, and that day is a-comin'. It's inevitable. So Alex did quite a bit of clothing hauls last week, and Few Temporary posted another pre-recorded try-on video instead of a vlog. My theory is she's hiding something as she's slapping out the pre-records right now. Pregnancy or divorce? Make your bets. And in the comments, Far Structure said, something tells me she didn't pre-record so she could spend time with her son, though. Meaning Anxious said, totally manic and out of breath in this vlog. Pineapple Salmon. This is the main thing I noticed. She seems extremely manic. Something is definitely up. OK Alfalfa said, well, it's probably because she's trying to shill these clothes. I don't notice anything different other than her usual self. Becca Bugaboo said, the only reason I don't think it's a pre-record is because of her nails and the new bandage, but I wouldn't put anything past our lying scumbag grifter, Big Alley Fatty. Sparkle OTP said, and what the fuck was up with that bandage? Who puts a bandage like that on a scrape? You can't show up with a bandage that looks like that and not say what happened. A scrape requires a Band-Aid, not an entire wrap like that. Alex does have a bandage wrapped around her wrist. It's interesting. Bay Ray Day said, oh, there's some speculation that she's having her Fearless tattoo removed. Interesting. Proper Attention commented, if she is getting her tattoo removed, I wonder why she wouldn't share it. Why lie? My thought went to something medical she's trying to hide. Again. So, as the week wore on, Alex was getting pummeled in her Instagram comments. I don't know exactly what the comment was on here before, but Lopsided Rice posted this screenshot. And Alex said, at PlurBaby22, post a video like this and show us. And PlurBaby22 responded appropriately by saying, sure, babes, do you want me to use your body filtering software or nah? And Rude Strike said, Big Al tried to clap back at me. Girl, bye. It's all a facade, and we know it. And that person said, you can literally see the filter glitching around her as she moves. Be so for real. I'm 245 at 5'2", and a size 1X in tops and 2X in bottoms, and a 16-18. And Alex replied, you guys are actually insane. I'm not using a filter. Okay, so then Jalen said, the way you try to deceive people is literally insane. And you can see these comments calling Alex out have a lot more likes. And then Alex replied, girly, I literally step on a scale publicly every week on my health Instagram. I have no reason to lie about my looks. Please unfollow me. No, thank you. We will continue to follow you until you are off the internet because you are crazy. So have we ever seen her get on a scale where it's a continuous shot and where it's a shot of her walking and getting on the scale and then zooming in on the weight? I mean, nobody on this sub believes that her weight is correct because all she does is eat crap. And this week she claimed to have lost another 2.5 pounds. So I don't know. There's always something rotten in the state of Denmark with Alex. So Alex is back on her I don't use filters bullshit, and the people of Reddit were having none of it. A few Classroom posted, the lies, gaslighting, and deception are at an all-time high, and then pulled this quote from Alex on Instagram, you guys are actually insane. I'm not using a filter. And then the photo on the left is Tuesday's vlog. That's June 24th, 2025. The photo on the right is Thursday's vlog, 6/26/25. And you can see how much heftier she looks here, which is, I mean, she's using the same camera as far as I know, but you can tell. I just don't get it. And it's driving me freaking crazy. Freaking crazy. So some comments on this one. KDA said, please unfollow me so I can continue to gaslight my simpleton stans unquestioned. Far Structure said, I would like to lie to my viewers in peace. Thank you. Pink Lover Girl said, the bathing suit doesn't lie, but you are known for lying, Alex. How is that bathing suit not loose after losing 100 pounds? It doesn't make sense. I lost 90 pounds and I had to buy a whole new wardrobe. Okay, so due to the fact that Reddit is, in fact, better than the fucking FBI, Move Suspicious posted this little collage. Here is the infamous leopard print bathing suit in July 2021. This was not too long before her gastric bypass. She claimed to be at her heaviest weight here. And there she is, and it looks like that was the time of that god-awful gold highlighter crap. But hello, she's supposed to be 389 on the left, or thereabouts, and 287.5 on the right. And look, this looks the same to me. Am I crazy? I think not. Okay, so some of the comments on this post, Tabitha Pickle said, "Look at that drag queen makeup. Oh my God, I literally gasped. I didn't watch her back in 2021, and oh my God, how tragic. Look at what an odd shaped body she has. No way she lost a damn thing. She is the queen of gaslighting. Fat Albert loves to lie." And the OP responded, "It's crazy how stupid she thinks everyone is. We all have eyes, and everything is just a click away online, documented. It took only a few minutes to find this. And it's 4 years later, and she looks the exact same after an invasive major surgery. 100 pounds down, my ass." Few Classroom commented, "Well, to her credit, her stands are stupid or ignorant, so she's right to assume that most people will fall for her trickery. Alex also counts on new subs, people who don't know her lore. A lot of the lying YouTubers do, like Trisha Paytas, it mirrors their real life. Pathological liars always have new friends because once people find out that they're being used and lied to, people leave." And that is certainly why a lot of people have left Alex's channel. Okay, this is the last post on this video, so I saved this one for last because it is just too funny. If you don't know, these ladies here on the right-hand side are Big Edie and Little Edie Beale. They were cousins of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, and they lived in a big house on Long Island called Grey Gardens. And Few Classroom posted this picture of Alex and her mother and the Beals, and she said, "Alex and Nancy are the younger, fat New England version of Grey Gardens." Many of you might not know the story of Grey Gardens. The documentary, The Beals of Grey Gardens, it's a great documentary. It was made in the 70s when these ladies were still alive, and you can't take your eyes off it. It's like watching a car accident. And it's free on YouTube, I think, so please check it out. The Beals, Big Edie and Little Edie Beale, were actually cousins of Jackie Kennedy, who were once affluent members of New York society. But in the 1970s, they were found living isolated in absolute hoarded squalor and filth in a soon-to-be condemned mansion. When the documentary was filmed, Little Edie was 56 and Big Edie was 79. Their relationship was toxic and codependent and rife with untreated mental illness, yes. It is speculated that Big Edie Beale was so intrusive and controlling that she stunted her daughter and caused her to be a spinster, was the word at the time, with unfulfilled aspirations, stuck caring for her mother in a decrepit home. Although Alex is married and has a child, I still see a very Grey Gardens type future for Alex and Nancy once Anderson is an adult. If you've seen the documentary or the 2009 movie where my girl Drew Barrymore does a fantastic job as Little Edie, and Jessica Lange, of course, is excellent as Big Edie, let me know your thoughts. And Advanced Diver said, "Little Edie is my spirit animal. This is my all-time favorite film. Can't you picture Alex dumping cat food in the basement to feed the wild raccoons? Can't you picture the two of them sunbathing on a ramshackle, overgrown, crazy porch? I can." Bird Nerd said, "Aw, that's an insult to Little Edie. I love her." And the OP commented, "Don't get me wrong, Grey Gardens is one of my favorite movies, and the 2009 movie is pretty good too, but those two weren't right, and you know it." Yeah, they definitely weren't right. Let's see. Professor Pumpkin said, "Don't do the Beals dirty like that." Critical Rabbit said, "You're not wrong." Bird Nerd said, "No, I agree. I was just being funny. I know what you meant." And then my Dixie Rect said, hey, don't insult little Edie like that, or her ghost will come back and haunt you. I know where you're really going with this, and yes, there are some similarities, especially with the toxic codependent relationship and the narcissistic mother who treated her daughter like shit. One major difference is that once Big Edie croaked, little Edie blossomed. She did. She went on to have a little cabaret career for herself in New York City, which must have been fantabulous back in the day. Besides having a cabaret show, she ended up spending time in Montreal to better her French-speaking skills. She lived in a luxury apartment in Bal Harbour, dressed stylishly, regularly socialized with others, including her nephew and niece-in-law, and swam in the ocean daily. If Nancy croaked, Alex the Hut would have a mentee bee. And that is what I have for you today, folks. Let me know what you think of Alex's boring doings this past week. We're all hanging on, waiting to see what's going to happen, because something is bound to happen. But in the meantime, how long can she go on with this just mundane, boring life of hers? I mean, everybody's life is mundane and boring. And that's why you can't vlog your life endlessly. So when is it going to end? She apparently has plenty of money still because she's put her kid in expensive daycare and shopping constantly and all that crap. So I don't know where she gets the cash from. But if you like this video, please like it. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And please subscribe if you are not already subscribed. I release content every Sunday and Wednesday, most of the time. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.